Hey, it's Jack from Alphacharts with a stocks to watch video. Today is December 1st, 2024. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, thank you all for watching the video. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You could also find me on X at Alphacharts365 where I post things all the time on that, usually market related. And I think that's worth the free follow. And if you haven't done so yet, I do have a subscriber group. That's also, this one costs $10 a month, but you get a members only weekend video, which I already made for the members. That runs 45 minutes to an hour usually, going over, again, market on a more in-depth level. I also do a shorter separate focus list video, which is usually around 10 minutes or so, with my favorite names from the weekend video for the subscribers, which is a longer watch list. I do a short, usually five name or so focus list video. I also have a pick of the week program, which is a very short term trading, and also a longer term weekly based trading, which I've been doing with subscribers. It's been a lot of fun and very profitable so far. I do annotated charts and all of my focus list names. I do a midweek video. I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. I do market notes on Sundays and on Thursdays. Um, I do daily posts just for subscribers. I do live streams every other week. I've been doing it every other week for subscribers, where we do chart requests, we do market questions. I can go through scans. It's really user directed, member directed, which is awesome. And again, and anytime things come up in the market, I post and talk about that as well. So again, all of this for $10 a month. Super reasonable price. I think this is research that everyone can afford, and I think it's a high quality research. Again, for a very small price. It is month to month. There are no contracts or anything like that. So go ahead and go to Alphacharts365, click on that subscribe. If you're a YouTube only watcher and you're not an X, I put all of the content that I just talked about video wise on YouTube, and for members there, you just click the join button right there, same price. And I also in the community tab right there, I post all of our charts, annotated charts as well. So you get all of that as well. So if you're not an X subscriber, but you want all that information, click that join button and you will get all that information. Again, I think it's for that price, you're getting a high-end membership subscription for a very reasonable price. All right, let's get into these charts. SPY. I think the uptrend is intact. I think we're in a bullish time in the market. We should be looking for things to buy. We should be looking to stay in names if we already have positions that are moving up and to the right. Some new names, if you're not in them yet, that you may want to consider. First one's going to be Palantir. If you're not in this name, from this big up, it's kind of gone through a consolidation. It's got this little area right in here. I think that if this can break out, kind of a little baby cup and a high handle type of thing, if it can break out and start to move higher, I think this is a name that we'd want to be involved in. If this breaks down, there's no reason to be involved in this name, right? Or unless you're already in from a lower level. But if it's a new buy for you, again, we on the potential buy is the breakout here. Again, if it comes back in, then it just wasn't ready yet, right? AFRM. Here's Affirm. Again, we've had nice jump ups, consolidation, jump up, consolidation. I mean, we see this pattern over and over again. Again, maybe it needs to consolidate. I don't know, but this general right here, if it does a sideways consolidation this time, I'd be fine with that. A move above this area, roughly around $71 or so. I think we could be long versus 71. And if it comes back in, I wouldn't want to be long this name below 68. That's just me. That's AFRM, Coupang, Korean stock. It kind of consolidated right in here, broke out. This would actually be considered for me a retest, right? And then a successful retest would be a break of this flag, and I think this can move much higher. I like how the 50-day supported it. And again, if it can break this flag, this downward trend line right here, um, then that's an area that I would potentially could be involved in it. We'll call it 25.50-ish above, 25.50, be involved. And if it breaks the 50-day, very easy, $25. That's 50 cents of risk. I probably won't find a better reward to risk out there on such a liquid name. Again, it looks pretty good to me. I like the successful retest as well. What else is there? Toast. Toast. So his name I'm already involved in on a weekly basis, but it is, on a swing trading time frame. We have this general area right here where we're seeing some consolidation, letting moving averages catch up. Above $44 or so, 44, 44.15. I think we could be long this name again. And again, I would just trail a stop, probably with a shorter term moving average, and just let it work. That's the goal. Let it work. What else do we have? ALAB. So this was actually on for my members this week. Potential on this one. So if you want to see what members get, whether you're YouTube or your X, this is what an annotated chart would look like. I do on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame, and so this is where I would consider buying right around 105.75. My stop would be right around 100-ish. This is a 5% risk. It's actually a little bit more than I like, but this is also a little bit more of a high flyer type of name. So that's what happens with these. For this one, I just say stop could be trailed because we'll be into all-time highs. And I don't want to put an arbitrary number. I could do a measured move versus here. Roughly, maybe, another 30, 40 points higher. That's possible. But for now, I'd rather just trail the stop and go. Again, I do like this type of accumulation that we're seeing on this side of the chart. So again, ALAB, if you're looking for what annotate charts looks like, I did this one this morning for subscribers. And again, I think it's a nice looking chart. Dash. Again, another chart, another one on the weekly, which I actually have a position in, but you see a little cup, a little high handle, moving higher. I think if this breaks out from here, we can, again, continue to move higher and just trail. I love how it hasn't touched the 23-day. Whether you use the 20 or the 23-day, it's roughly the same, but it hasn't touched it in a long time. So I can trail my stop potentially with the 23-day and just kind of let it work, right? That's what this is like, letting it work. What else do we have here? Dutch Brothers. Dutch Brothers Coffee. I don't have a position in this. I think 81-ish or so is where it could potentially go to. A little extended right now for me. I think this needs to come back and maybe consolidate a little bit more. Wouldn't mind it coming back to 52-ish or so, and then maybe going at that point. But it looks pretty good overall. And yeah, I would love to see it come back maybe 52-ish or so, 51, 52. We'll see if that works, but strong name, right? I think it's a strong name. Flywire, FLYW. Again, I like it off of this kind of move and then continue to move higher. We have a very defined area right here. Consolidation as it moves up. So a breakout above 2350-ish, roughly. I think this can move higher. This is the VWAP from the IPO right there. May or may not cause it, some issues. We don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe this gets up to 31 again. Maybe it gets up to, 30-ish, something around there, right? It's possible. Again, strong move up, sideways consolidation, looking for the next strong move up. That's it. Keep it simple. But, one of the things that we talked about with members this morning was being in the right universe of stocks. And I think Flywire looks like it could be the right part of that right universe. GLBE. Again, strong move higher. Love this accumulation showing up. Very similar to Flywire, right? A little extended still. Maybe needs a little bit more time. There's no doubt about that. There's a decent amount of space here. With that being said, this is starting to look good. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, and maybe another 2, 3 days. Let this 9-day move kind of catch up to it, maybe around 51-ish or so. And then maybe that would be a buy. We'll see. But definitely one, I think, to keep on a watch list. And then the last one is KGS. It's oil and gas name. Again, I do have a position. It's just kind of jumped up here, kind of came back, retested, moving higher, hasn't even touched the 9 days, so still super strong. I think this is actionable with a very low risk versus probably that low right there, right around $39 or so. So you're not talking about like the $1.50 of risk, something like that. So very low risk, high, I won't say high reward, but again, trending higher. And that's what we're looking for, right? Here's your IPO. Again, it kind of consolidated up, consolidated. Now we have up, and we don't know, is it going to go through a consolidation like this, or is it continue up? You just never know for sure. But again, trailing that stop, and if it stops out, that's just the way things work. And if it keeps going higher and you make some money off of it, well, that's the plan, right? Anyway, so that's what we got for you. If you haven't done so, check me out at Alphacharts365. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Click the join button. Again, I'm doing all this education for subscribers and members. And the feedback has been absolutely amazing. You can see on the YouTube all the different midweeks and focus lists and everything else I've been doing for them. So yeah, so check me out. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.